I'm going to talk to absolutely anybody. I'm usually going to dominate conversations. It's not that I don't care about what's going on in your life. It's that I want to help you fix it. That's the dominating personality type. And I really suck at following the rules. That's my personality style. And so one thing I challenge each of you to do is learn a little bit about yourself, right? Because we're told all the time, hire for our deficiencies, and more on that later, but you have to recognize your weak points in your life. I did some coaching with John Maxwell. One thing that John said is he says, do not work on your deficiencies, work on your strengths. Now, why is that? If you're really bad at something, whatever it may be, and maybe you work on it, well, maybe you become a 5 out of 10 instead of a 2 out of 10. Well, why not just work? Brian gets it, right? Saved his profile. So why not work on the things that you're already good at, improve on those, and hire for your deficiencies? And so I already kind of talked a little bit about multitasking and why I think people need to pay attention. There's studies on this. Anybody's welcome to argue with me about it. If you want to argue, I recommend you read The One Thing by Gary Keller. Fantastic book. Studies have been done. It's about focusing on the task at hand. And so what I want to talk to you guys about real quick is getting off the X. Okay. This is something that we're taught in law enforcement training, is get off the X. If a bad guy is pulling a gun to shoot me, right, I need to get off the X because I'm standing on an X and that X is death. Okay. So what I want you guys to realize is that X is your comfort zone. That X is the thing that you've been doing day in and day out every single morning. Put in the chat today if you actually took the time to make your bed. How many people took the time this morning to actually make their bed? Okay, Ramsey did. You notice something. Okay, tier 3, tier 3, tier 3. I don't know if Victor's a tier 3. I'll bet you that a lot of the tier 3s and a lot of the high income earners made their bed this morning. Did you guys notice that immediately? How many tier 3s did it?
Did it.
Right? And so I challenge each of you. There's a great book. It's called Make Your Bed. And so everybody should get that book. It is a very short book. It's only maybe 100 pages. You can finish it in just a few days, right? Because when you start your day with a task completed, it's going to help you to complete more tasks throughout your day. And plus, when you get home, if you've had a crappy day, it's nice getting into a made bed. It's like going to a hotel, right? You go to a hotel, everybody goes, oh man, it's so nice. The sheets are crisp. Everything is good. If you can have that every single day of your life, it's very important, okay? And so what I want to do today is I'm going to show you all my daily morning schedule. Okay. I'm going to show you guys kind of how I break down my morning and how I break down my evening routine. Let me move Zoom over to the other screen here. So do I have ability to share screen? I think I do. Okay. So this is what my morning routine looks like. Now, I was going to send this and make a PDF and share it with everybody, but quite frankly, you need to make your own because my routine is not your routine. And so this is what my morning routine looks like. Okay. I'm up at 4:30 every single morning. I gratitude and I do my journal and goals. Okay. I do the miracle morning. I have a team accountability call at 5 a.m. I go to the gym right after that. Got to let the dogs out, feed them, clean up that dog poop in the backyard, right? Get my 1.5-year-old up, take care of him, make the bed, shower, dressed, breakfast with Ivy and the kids, prep the kids for school, dishes in the dishwasher, kids to school. Okay. Your morning routine needs to be that broken down. Now, why do I need to put silly stuff on here like shower and get dressed? You notice the times, right? How easy it is in the morning to hop in the shower and just relax. To relax in that shower, put on some music, listen to the news on old, the I can't say her name right now because there's one in front of me and she'll start talking to me. You guys know who I'm talking about. It starts with an A. And so how easy it is to not follow the times that you've created, right? And so in addition to this daily schedule, in the mornings, I have my end of day routine. Check my son's homework, help with dinner, feed the dogs, family and dinner time, play with kids. You notice these are bolded, right? Those are bolded because those are important. Okay. Kids in bed, pick up the downstairs, prep and start the dishwasher, take my drink that I drink, take my vitamins, pick up the bedroom, all these tasks that I need to get done every day. How many people on here have been told, hey, you need to break your goals down. You need to do this on the daily basis. You got to do this. You got to do that. Yes, that stuff is incredibly important. It's important to break your goals down. It's important to lead generate. But if we're not starting our day out correctly, how hard is it to follow our schedule for the rest of the day? How many of you on here can honest to God say that you live and die by your daily calendar? Anybody? I'm going to show you guys an example of kind of what my calendar looks like on a daily basis. Now, I want you guys, I don't know how to get rid of this thing over here. I want you guys to be mindful that I do not have a high C personality type. Okay. But you can see today, look at this. Okay. My calendar every single week is fully broken down except for Thursdays because those are my days off. Okay. Your calendar should look something like this. Okay. Now, remind you, I'm not a high C personality. High C personality type is organized. But looking at my calendar, you guys would probably think I'm a super organized person. I'm not. Okay. I had to force myself to follow that calendar. right? And so at the end of the day, you need to get a calendar. How many people live and die? Okay. Christian said yes. A few people said yes. Okay. I was at this event, and I was by far the poorest person in the room, by far the poorest person in the room. And I do okay. And I asked the panel, I said, how many of you live and die by your calendar? And one of the panelists said, my calendar is my second husband. My calendar is my second husband because I am married to that thing, and I will never allow anybody to take over my calendar because I dictate it. And she said, I don't even go shopping anymore. I Instacart everything because it's more efficient for me to Instacart and pay that fee versus going to the grocery store, wasting time and money at the grocery store. And that was an eye-opening for me. My wife and I order way too many Amazon packages. It's like every day Amazon packages showing up to our front doorstep. And there's times that I'm like, oh my God, there's so much cardboard here. Good Lord, there's a lot of cardboard at our house. But at the end of the day, is it more effective and is it more efficient for our time to simply order something off Amazon versus going to Target, right? Is it more effective? Which brings me to another point. How many people on here truly know their hourly wage? Who can say that you know how much you make per hour? Now, how do you figure that out? Okay, all of us are entrepreneurs. Okay, all of us are entrepreneurs. But what you need to do is take this, okay? Take what you made last year, divide it by 12, and divide that by 160. 160 is considered a full-time job, okay? So if you do that, what you made last year, divided by 12, divided by 160, that's going to give you your hourly wage, okay? What you need to start looking at is the action that I'm doing, is it worth it for me to be doing this action, or should I be hiring for my deficiency? This is where things like virtual assistants come into play. Now, when you're first starting in this career, do you have the money to hire somebody? Probably not, right? Do you have the money to pay somebody to go flyer for you? Probably not, okay? But what you can do is there you go. See, JC, 416, Jordan, 450, John Bernasso is probably 600 an hour, 700 an hour. I see you, John, right? And so you need to know your hourly wage, because if it's more efficient for you to pay somebody to do those tasks for you, then do it. Now, when you're first starting out in your career, you have a lot of time, but you usually don't have a lot of money. And at that point, you need to be taking time actions that generate money for you. Eventually, what you need to be doing is taking money actions that generate time, because there's a point that the time is the most important thing, right? That's how it is for me at this point, is I have to really focus on my time. What is going to be the most effective use of my time to train my team to get better? That's why we're all on here. That's why JC hosts this, because he can't individually train everybody at this point. So he says, how do I make the best use of my time and for my team's time? Okay. So let's talk about time blocking by importance for your day. Okay. Does everybody get down? I hope everybody gets the morning example. Break down your mornings. If anybody needs help with that, shoot me an email, shoot me a Facebook message. I can help you out. Okay. Let's talk about your day. How many people have already taken the time, hopefully a couple months ago, but if you haven't, that's okay, taken the time to establish their not only monetary work goals, but their personal goals for their family and their self-development goals? How many people have taken the time to do that? Go ahead and throw it in the chat. Okay, a couple people have. That's good. Now, there's three things that I focus on with my team every single morning. We do an accountability call twice a day, and we ask for three things on that call. First is personal connections. That's just a euphemism for lead generation. It just sounds better. Okay. So what is your personal connection goal for the day? And this is intentional conversations that you're going to have. Now, what you need to do is you have to take your yearly goals, whatever those are. Okay. If you want to make $1 million a year, you need to know how many conversations that takes. And then your prospecting hours every single day have to support those yearly goals. Right. So if you know that you need to knock on, we'll use door knocking because it's an easy example. If you know that you need to knock on 30 doors to get one power bill, and you know that on average it takes 4 power bills to get one close, that means that it's 120 doors to get one close, right? Well, if you know that you want to close 30 deals a year, that means that if I do 30 times 120, that's 3,600 doors, right? 3,600 doors a year to be able to close 30 deals. So 30 times 7,000 average, that's $210,000. Now, for some of you, I know that you want to make more than that. For some people, you'd love just to break 6 figures. This is what I love about our industry, be it real estate and solar, is everything comes down to math. Everything comes down to math. The more conversations that you're willing to have the more sales you can inevitably make. But if you don't know how many conversations you need to have, then you won't be able to plan your day out. How many people on here have taken the time to download and fill out the Powur business plan? Powur provides this for us. If you're not tracking your KPIs every day, your key performance indicators, then you have no idea if you're going to hit your goals. But if your goal is to hit 3,600 houses a year to get your 30 deals, if I do 3,600 divided by 365, you need to average 9.8 houses a day. 9.8 houses every single day. So somebody answer me this. If I only knock on 6 today, and I know I need to average 9, what do I have to do tomorrow? I have to knock on 12, right? You have to make sure that your daily average meets your goals. Okay. There's a saying that I love, and I found a notepad in my desk over here, because we all go to these conferences, we write everything on notepads and then we throw them in our desk. And I found this notepad, and I'm going back through it, reading my notes from that conference. And I wrote in bold letters across the top, leads solve all problems, right? Leads solve all problems. At the end of the day, if you feel like, man, I haven't made enough money this month, what do you need to do? You need to go talk to more people. Has anybody ever approached somebody at a gas station and said, hey, Ramsey, were you on that accountability call? I saw you raise your hand. So I did an accountability call with my team, and I said KPI means key performance indicators. Okay, so I met a guy, and in real estate, in his first year, he sold 50 houses. That's a lot of houses your first year in real estate. That's an incredible, incredible. Exactly, Patrick, people marketing. What this gentleman does is every day he takes 25 business cards. Okay, takes 25 business cards. He does not go home until he has 25 conversations about real estate. That can be real estate, it can be solar. If you decided every single day to not go home until you had 25 conversations about solar, how many sales do you think you would make in a year? Right? So if I do 25 conversations times 365, that's 9,125 conversations a year. If you can't bump your head into $100,000 income on that, then you probably need to work on your scripting, right? And so how many people can honest to God say that they have enough prospecting hours in their schedule every single week to meet their goals? Okay. And it's okay if you don't. Most people are not taught this, guys. This is why 90% of entrepreneurs fail, is because they're not taught how to break down their daily schedule, right? So you need to start looking at your daily schedule and looking at your goals. You need to start doing the Powur business plan and recognizing, okay, if I want to make $100,000, I need to do X amount of systems. If I want to make 200, 3, 4, a million, if I want to make 2 million and I want 500,000 of that to be coming from passive income, how many people do I need? You've got to break it down at a high level. If everybody on this call, we've got 146 people on this call, we can take all 146 people on this call and make every single person successful if you just decide to follow these steps of breaking your goals down and applying to their calendar. Unfortunately, realistically, 14 people on this call are going to be successful, but it doesn't have to be that way. Okay. All right. So I want all of you to have at least 3 daily tasks. This is what we talk about on our call every day. Number 1, lead generation goal. You need to know exactly how many intentional conversations you're going to have every single day, right? The next thing is business development goal. Okay, this is the left brain stuff. This is the boring stuff that us salespeople, us, high D, high I personalities don't like to do. This is creating flyers. This is posting on social media consistently. This is all of that boring left brain stuff that we don't enjoy doing, but it's absolutely necessary. Okay, I'm going to give you guys a freebie here when it comes to connecting with your sphere of influence. Everybody on here hopefully has Facebook. Okay, everybody hopefully has Facebook. If you don't, you're missing a lot of business. Facebook gives us a free lead generation tool every single day, and that is the birthdays. How many people take the time every single day on here to post on your friends' birthdays on Facebook? And not just post happy birthday, to send them a message and maybe post a funny video or a funny picture. Okay, good job, Barry, right? That's a free touch point, right? You need to be touching your sphere of influence 12 times a year. So if Facebook is handing you this on a silver platter as a reminder, hey, here you go, right? Do it every single day. I love it. Ramsey serenades him. Ramsey's a musician. Those that don't know, it's very easy to develop a man crush on him, so be careful. But at the end of the day, you have to make sure that you are connecting with your sphere of influence at least once a year, for the love of God, but it should be 12 times a year. Okay. And so utilize Facebook birthdays. If you don't have a Facebook, for the love of God, get one. You're missing business. I get it. A lot of people don't like Facebook, but you know what? what's worth more, your ego and for not liking Facebook or making a paycheck and paying your bills. Okay. Next thing, personal development. So we had to about three things. Okay. Number one, personal connection, lead generation. Number two, business development. What are you doing? Developing flyers? Are you generating proposals for people? Are you working on your business plan? Are you filling out a board? Are you fixing your office? What are you doing to develop your business? Are you taking trainings? Right? There are the most amazing trainings in our training center. I don't know if you guys know that. There are 7-figure earners in our company that will give you their secrets through trainings. There are multiple 7-figure earners on this call right now that will just spill knowledge for you. You just have to listen and then apply. Okay. So make sure you're training every single day, business development. Third thing I think is quite frankly the most important, and that is personal development. Okay. My team knew it was coming. They knew it was coming. Okay. Personal development. My team really focuses on a couple of things. One, fitness. Okay. Fitness. Your health is your greatest wealth. If you are not physically in the fight, I'm prior cop, I'm prior military. You got to stay in the fight, right? We're in a war right now, everybody. You're in a war and you got to be in the fight. If you're not physically working on your health, you need to be. Okay. You need to be working on your health. Additionally, if you're going to the gym, that's a great way to talk to people. B, you got to focus on your mental health. Okay. Men, looking at you specifically on this one. Okay. Men, this strong silent type has put way too many in the grave. Okay. It is okay. It is okay to work on your mental health. It is okay to go to therapy. It is okay to overcome the past emotional traumas that have affected you your entire life. Now, why is that so important? Well, anybody that was on the call on that Jonathan Budd was on Friday on Building with Bobby, right? We talked about you can only lead people based on your own self, right? How far you've taken yourself. Right? I can fully admit in 2019, I went through some mental health struggles and it forced me to really face a lot of my own past emotional trauma head on. But it has made me a stronger man and a stronger person and a better husband and a better father because of it. And quite frankly, a better business owner. And so you need to be focused on increasing your mental health, right? Next thing, personal development, family. What are you doing to benefit your family? I hear this from salespeople all the time. Man, my mom, she bought solar without me. She bought a house without me. My cousin didn't use me. This person didn't use me. And I ask the same question every single time. Why did you deserve their business? What have you done to further that relationship, to add value to that person's life? And if you can't add value to your own life, it's really hard to add value to other people's lives, right? So 3 daily tasks. You need to lead generate every single day, right? Every single day you need to be lead generating. Number 2, business development, learning, coaching, teaching, training every single day, business development. And number 3, personal development. What books are you currently reading? Throw them in the chat. What books are we reading right now? What things? I'm reading The Happiness Advantage and I'm reading a marriage book right now, 2 marriage books right now, right? Furthering all of those kind of things. So put the books in the chat, support other people in the books. It's okay to be a part of a book club and stuff like that. Okay. That's a great book, Eric. I'm listening to the audiobook on that one. All right. So how many people are using a physical calendar versus an electronic calendar of some kind? Okay. You guys saw my calendar. Okay. I use Google right now. I've tried to buy planners and I never end up using them. I'm sure that other people have been in the same thing where you buy a planner and that at the end of the year, what happens? You throw it away. Right. That was me. I'm terrible about physical planners. They get lost in my laptop bag. They get lost all over places. I had to just dedicate myself to my Google Calendar. Okay. Booking tool. For those of us that are working at a high level, I know that you guys have seen it. You've seen it on John Bernasso's calendar. You've seen it on JC's. You've seen it on mine. You've got to use a booking tool of some kind, be it Calendly, right? Be it, there's another one that's free that I can't think of the name of that a couple of people on my team use, but Calendly is free too until you get to a high level in Calendly, right? So schedule one. Thank you, Spencer. And so make sure you're using a booking tool of some kind, right? There's a saying that I love. Okay. And that saying is this: if a goal is not supported on your calendar, okay, if a goal is not supported on your calendar, then it's simply a dream, right? And a dream is great, but dreams are fleeting. They move on, right? Dreams are like clouds. They come in and then they leave. A goal is something that you are taking actionable steps to move towards. Okay. So what I want to do now is I'm going to show you guys how to truly break down some stuff on your calendar, be it your fitness goals, be it your, your personal goals, or be it your financial goals. So what I want to do is I want to take one person, whoever it is, somebody that wants to do this with me, that we're going to break down your goals for the year. And that way we can show everybody else how to do this. So who wants to break down their goals? Somebody hit me with it. Somebody that hasn't already done it. Abe. All right, hit it. All right, Abe, come on camera, dude. Go ahead and unmic, and then we're going to talk about your goals.
Let's get it. How
All
are
right,
you?
dude. Good, man. Good. All right.
Thank
So let's go through your stuff real quick here. Is your primary income source just from solar, or do you got other stuff too?
Solar, and I have a book out. Some minor money come from that as well too, but 95% from solar.
Okay, 95%. Okay, what is your income goal for the year?
For 2023, $88,000 a month, or 1.56 million.
Okay, of that 80K a month, how much is from your personal sales? How much is from mentor, and how much is from recruiting or passive?
I got maybe 2 or 3 people under me right now. By the way, I'm new to Powur. This is my first meeting.
Beautiful.
I was doing the solar in the previous years, but I would say about 70-80% is personal.
Okay, so you're gonna do like 60K.
Yep.
Personal, and then you're gonna do another
20K overrides.
From overrides. Okay, of that 60K personal, how much of that is going to come from your actual deals, and how much, I'm assuming you want to become a tier 3?
I don't know what all this terminology means. This is my first time coming here.
Do you want to close other people's deals for them? Be like John Bernasso and Jordan Shaw?
Sure, yeah, of course. I do that, yeah.
Okay, so let's break that down to 40K personal deals and 20K tier 3 deals. That work?
Okay, yep.
Okay, so we're at 40, 20, 20.
Yeah.
All right, so how do you primarily lead generate?
Kind of like what you were talking about, that 25 cards. I have
okay,
I have these flyer looking business cards. Do you see them?
Okay, let me oh no, is your camera on right now?
It should be.
Okay, there we go. I don't know how to get this thing side by side. All right, so okay, so you do 25 business cards.
No, 100.
No, you do 100 a day?
100 a day. So I break my days down into 6 hours of prospecting.
Okay.
I start usually 10 a.m., 10 to 12, a break from 12 to 1, 1 to 3, break 3 to 4, 4 to 6.
Okay.
So I do 6 hours of knocking. At this point, to be honest with you, at least 90% of my deals come from referrals. So I'm very blessed to be in that position. But I do drop off these business cards at every single day. So I hit at least 100 to 120 doors a day, pretty much,
Okay. So you're doing quite a bit.
Yeah.
Okay. So you said 100 to 120 doors a day.
Yeah.
So what's funny is, Abe, you're probably like the one person on here that I didn't need to do this for. But that's the crazy part, guys, is okay. So does everybody want to make the money that Abe makes? He just said he wants to make 1.2 million this year, right? And he's taking the daily actions to support that. Abe, are you comfortable talking about your income last year? How much you made?
I just actually asked my CPA to send me my 1099, so they're going to do it. But I think I've ended up around 450, I believe.
Okay, so 450. So you want to 1.5 times your income. Well, double and a half, a little bit. Okay, so you made 450,000 last year, right? How dedicated were you to your schedule last year?
I'll be honest, not as I can be, not as I should be. But I would say about 70%, 65, 70%.
Abe, do you know what the average income of a doctor is in the United States?
About 210, I think.
Yeah. Okay. So you doubled the income of a doctor, and you're saying that you did not work at your full potential.
Not at all. That's why I actually joined Powur specifically, is because I wanted to take my business to the next level, because I've been doing it by myself for the last year with a couple of guys.
Yeah.
But they were not as motivated as I was. So I was like, you know what, let me humble myself down. I'm gonna join John, I'm gonna join Chris, and whatever they have to teach me, I'm gonna do that so I can go to the next level, and I'm going to be number one as well too.
I love it. Okay, I'm going to be number one. I like that. So Abe's going to double his income, which means you have to double your what?
Work ethic.
You have to double your actions, right? You have to double your work ethic. You have to take it seriously. So you said you do 6 hours of prospecting a day.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's primarily door knocking?
Yes.
Okay. Now, let's talk about the 20K that you want to generate from overrides. Okay, so 20K a month in overrides means that you need to have a minimum of 40 people on your team doing one deal a month, right?
Yeah.
So to recruit 40 people onto your team, onto your front line, if you're going to do that, realistically, how many conversations do you think you need to have to recruit 40 people onto your front line?
I break down my numbers to 30%.
Okay, so 30% will join.
30% of whoever I talk to will join, if that makes sense. So out of
Okay.
10 people, 3 out of 10 conversations, 3 will be interested, 1 will join type of situation.
Okay, so you need to talk to about 120-ish people.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have not done these numbers. That's why I'm here. So forgive me if I'm all over the place.
You're good, man. That's why we're doing this. So you need to talk to 120 people, right? So if you need to talk to 120 people, get them to join. How many people a week do you need to talk to?
What is that? 120 by 4, about 30 people.
Okay, right, 30 people a week. How soon would you like to hit that 40 number?
As soon as possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
So talk
Probably
about
take me at least 6 months, I think.
6 months. I think you could do it faster.
Yeah.
I think you could do it in a month. If you were to dedicate 1 day a week, and that 1 day, your sole focus of prospecting was simply talking to people, how many people on every Friday do you think you could talk to?
Bro, I used to be in network marketing.
Okay.
When I moved to California, I had no friends, no family, cold turkey from Minnesota to California. It was in financial service business. So I was prospecting at gas stations till 2 a.m. So I've never really done the numbers, but anywhere between 100 to about 150 people, I believe.
Okay. So 100 to 150 people. Okay. So, at the end of the day, brother, I think that if you were to dedicate every single Friday to doing this, I think you hit your goal in 2 months. Realistically.
Possibly, yeah.
Now, are you going to hit overrides at $40,000 or $20,000 a month in 2 months? No, because deals have to close and do all of that.
Yeah.
But, right. It's about getting the infrastructure and the people in place. Now, let's talk about one other thing, but by recruiting that many people, you're becoming a team lead.
Yes.
Right. So let's talk about what are you going to do to implement strategies to help your team produce at a high level, to help these people close one deal a month.
Lead by example, show them checks.
Okay.
All I got to do is say, hey, I would ask them, how was your lifestyle? Are you happy with this? This is what I did. Do you want to do what I do?
What's funny is I keep a check right here. This is my first real estate check ever, but you guys probably can't read that. My first real estate commission was $825. My first commission ever in real estate was $825. And I keep that framed intentionally as a reminder. Now I did break 6 figures my first year in real estate and every year since it's gone up, but I sometimes it's good to have that reminder. I keep my biggest check and my smallest check from real estate. And so it's, sometimes that's motivating for your team, and you got to make sure that once you become a team lead, that you take the time to pour into those people, to really help them selflessly, because we are on a goal and a mission to really help people change their lives. Right. I told you guys I was poor growing up. I grew up in a trailer park. I grew up in a trailer park with a single mom. What I should be right now is I should still be living in a trailer park. I should probably be an alcoholic, and I should be, working construction with my dad that I don't like. And so I got very lucky, quite frankly, that wasn't the life that I went down. All right. So, Abe, so it sounds like your lead generation is pretty dialed for what you need to do as solar. The one part that you really need to dial is your conversations.
Yeah.
And so what you need to do at this point is decide, where are those conversations going to come from? Where are those 120 people going to come from? Okay. How are you going to approach those people and then implement your daily schedule? Make sense?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right. Awesome, man. Well, let's do, we got time. Let's do one more person that wants to break down some of their goals today. Somebody put in the chat, first person. Come on. So everybody's scared now. Nobody wants to go after Abe because he makes too much money. Let's see here. Let's see here. Who wants to break it down? I don't know how to do the spotlight, John. I tried to make you a host so I could do it, but I couldn't do it. I'm going to pick somebody to do it if somebody doesn't step up here quickly and want to break down their goals.
I'll do it.
All right, Steven, let's do it, buddy.
What's happening? Hey, guys.
How are you today, my friend?
Oh, another sunny day in paradise.
Okay, where are you at?
I'm in the East Coast in Connecticut.
No, is it actually sunny there? You guys got away from the Stormageddon?
No, it's cold, but it's sunny in my mind.
I love it. All right, brother. Well, let's talk about your goals. Same thing. What's your income goal for the year?
I'd like to break 500. I think I was around 280 to 300 when everything clears this year.
Okay. I'm big on mindset. You would like to break 500 or you're going to break 500?
We'll break 500.
Thank you. Okay. So your goal is 500. Let's talk about deals. How is that breakdown? Same thing as Abe.
Right now, I'd say I'm probably 80% self-generated deals.
Okay.
Probably have 8 or 10 people on the team. Out of that, maybe 20% actually produce.
Okay.
And so I really this year need to step up recruiting to get some momentum going there, and want to step up my training.
Okay. Your personal training. Okay. So of your income, of your 500,000 that you want to make times 0.8. So 400,000 of that is going to come from your personal deals. Okay. So 400,000 divided by 7,000, that's 57.14 deals. Okay. So 57 deals. What is your primary prospecting method?
At this point, I've been doing solar probably 11 or 12 years. So I'm mostly on referrals.
Okay.
Just started stepping up to age data. So buying some age data, running it through CRMX. That's kind of new to me. I've dabbled in advertising, never really got much of a return with it.
Yeah.
Lots of networking, used to do lots of events. I never really knocked doors. That's not really my forte, but power to people that do it. And so I really need to step up, just a machine. So I really want to step up the data and get some systems in place. Like back in the day, 8-10 years ago, when I was working Solar City, we had like supplied appointments, right? The people at Costco or Home Depot would set up in-home appointments, and I would easily close 20 a month and get 60, 80 built. And we were making like $1,000 a piece. And I thought I was like king shit. So now that we're making more money, I'm still like obsessive, but I'm not talking to enough people. I'm still in the top, whatever, I think 50 over the summer of closing deals, but nowhere near, like the other guy said, nowhere near scraping my potential of, if I could be in 3 to 5 appointments every day, I can easily close 50+% of those.
Yeah.
So I need more lead flow. I need to talk to more people. I'm not willing to knock doors.
So let me ask you real quick, how many solar deals would you say you've done in 11 years?
Over 700.
So you've done 700 solar deals in the last 11 years. Okay. So those are 700 families that chose to utilize you instead of utilizing your competition, right? Let me ask you this. If you were to touch all 700 of those families at least 5 times a year, but if not 5, I would say 12 times a year, once a month, how many referrals do you think you would get from those 700 families?
Probably a ton. I
think
need
you
to
would
do a
need-
MailChimp or something, or I saw some real estate guys that would send like cookies or wine or gift cards. I want to get some stuff that's automated because like you, my organization and follow-up sucks. I need to automate it.
So maybe hiring a virtual assistant, right? So we're talking about time action now instead of money action. A little bit of money action, you got to pay for this, but primarily time action. And so for you in particular, send out cards is great. Yeah, like Scott was saying. So maybe I think that one of your primary goals right now should be really breaking down how do you need to re-engage with those 700 people? How do you need to get those people into your CRM, break them down? This also goes for Abe and any other person, any real estate agent, any lender, anybody that's had a past client database of any kind. This also works for your friends, your family. Okay, I'm gonna teach something real quick here called the Ford model, and I'm gonna role play this with you, Scott. Sorry, Stephen. So for those that aren't familiar with the Ford model, what it stands for is family, occupation, recreational activities, and dreams. Okay, this is how you call people and strike up a conversation without really being able to talk to them because you don't have anything to talk to them about. So, Stephen, I'm going to pretend that you and I went to high school together, and you're a manager at Costco. Okay, you got promoted, and you're now the store manager at a Costco. Okay, so I'm going to call you up and say, "Hey, Stephen, how's it going, man? How's the family? How are you?"
Oh, doing great. Just had some twins, Billy Bob and Bobby Ray Sue.
Oh my gosh, how old are they now?
Oh, they're turning 3 this year. Getting them into competitive ice skating.
Wow, so it's gonna be like Blades of Glory. I love it. I love it. So inevitably, and I will, Tara, inevitably, what somebody is going to ask at that point in a real conversation is they're going to parrot it back and they're ask how my family is doing, right? Hey, oh, how's your family? I'm going to say things are going good. We have a 1-month-old ourselves. I've got 3 kids now. I've got this, I've got that. Next thing is occupation. Oh, okay. Stephen, so are you still, last time we talked, you were working at Costco. You still at Costco?
Yeah, just got a raise now. I'm the assistant to the regional manager.
You're an assistant to the regional manager. That's amazing. Wow, man. I know Costco pays really well, so congratulations on that.
Yeah, we're real pleased. I might get to take the wife on a vacation down to Florida.
Oh, going to Florida. Whereabouts?
Probably down to Key West for Fantasy Fest. We're gonna get freaky down there.
I love it. I got some members of my team in Key West. I'll let you know if where they say the best restaurants are.
Fantastic.
So inevitably, what are they going to ask me there? What are you doing for work now? Okay. Oh, this is the opportunity for those of you that are new to solar or still in solar or in real estate, whatever it may be. Man, I still do real estate. You know that. I'm sure you see that, but I also incorporated solar into my business. It has been absolutely crazy. And I drop it. This isn't a sales call. This is a call just with my friends and family. Okay. Now, R&D is damage control. Okay. If this turns into too salesy of a call, you're using the recreational activity as a dream for two things. One, to get it away from a sales call, and two, to also have future rapport building with these people. Now, he already told me for recreation and dream, what does he want to do? He wants to go to Key West with his family. He just created an awesome way for me to connect with him in the future. Okay. So I'm going to utilize that. And I'm gonna say, oh, so what are you doing for fun now, man? You still playing pickleball? You still doing small boat sailing? Whatever it is that I remember that he used to do for fun, I'm gonna put that in my CRM. And then D, dreams. What big plan does he have this year? Okay, he just said he just got a big raise. You're going to Key West. Now imagine I do this. Imagine that I get his address and I mail him something like a map of Key West or a gift card, a $50 gift card to a restaurant in Key West or something along those lines. And he's a past client of mine. He's a friend of mine. Do you think that that's a great way to leverage business? One of the top lenders in the country asked this question. Top mortgage lender, guys worth like 50 million bucks. He asked this question. Why is it that we are willing to spend thousands of dollars on lead generation for people that don't like, know, and trust us, but we will not spend that same amount of money leveraging our friends, family, and past clients at a high level? Every person on here has deals in their CRM right this second. And if your CRM is your cell phone, then you need to be utilizing a CRM. I recommend Follow Up Boss. If you don't have one, it's cheap, it's easy, and it's great. It's like 50 bucks a month. Okay. You need to be utilizing a CRM. Every person from your phone needs to be put into that CRM, and you need to be talking with them on a consistent basis. Okay. And so I see hear this all the time. I don't have leads. I don't have leads. I don't have leads. Yes, you do. You're just not willing to have conversations. Your success will be defined by the amount of awkward conversations that you're willing to have. Okay. So for Steven, right? He wants to make 500 grand. He wants to do 57 deals. You have 57 deals right now in your past clients. All you need to do is call them. If you call, 100 of those past clients, you're probably going to sign up at least 50 ambassadors. If you call all 700 or you have your team call all 700, you're going to have 200 ambassadors and you're going to smoke John Bernasso this year. Love you, John. Right. And you're going to smoke Jordan Shaw. And so that would be my challenge to you, my friend, is you don't need to worry about lead generation and all this other stuff. Just connect with your past clients. If you truly leverage that past client database at a high level, and you are doing send out cards and you're sending birthday cards and anniversary cards and Christmas cards, and you're sending out emails on a consistent basis, 12 emails a year, utilizing Bonbon, you're sending video messages and you're sending text messages to these people. And then at Christmas, they're getting a freaking cookie with your damn name on it with a solar panel on it. The amount of referral business that you will get will be unlike anything that you've ever experienced. And quite frankly, you will just be waiting. Leads will just be flowing to you. They will just be flowing to you, and they will be the easiest leads you've ever closed, because referral leads are better than anything. And anybody that's on here that's done solar for a while can vouch for that, or sales can vouch for that. When I get a referral from a past client for real estate, I don't even do a listing presentation. I just walk in and it's closed. For solar, if it's one of my real estate clients referring it to me, it's simple. There's inherent trust, and you have third-party validation immediately. So that would be my advice to you, my friend. Leverage that past client database, and it's not going to be top 50 for you this year. It's going to be top 3. I can say
Are there any of those things that automate? I just got the Brent Attaway CRMX, which is really good.
Yeah.
Is there things that like automate for these gifts or follow up? Because like when I store people on my phone, it's like Bob Jones met at the Jersey Shore, has 2 dogs, signed up October. So like I keep notes for people.
Yeah.
But it's really like one-off. Like I like the hunt, but then I like what Ramsey said about I'm getting better at following up.
Yeah.
But the reality is, like you say, play to your strengths, not your weaknesses. So what are some ways I can automate that? That's what the CRM. Do you have any that you like?
There's a couple that I use that are real estate specific. There are some, like Trevor just said, Client Giant. There are automated gift tools out there. This is also where like leveraging a virtual assistant can come into play. They can send out cards. They can send out. This is one of the best gifts you guys can send. $1 scratchers. $1 scratchers that cost you $1. And when you send out a scratcher, they will scratch it, and they're usually going to text you and call you right back. Say, "Oh my gosh, hey, thank you so much. That was really cute." That's a very, very cheap gift. It's like buying something at the Dollar Tree. And but people love it because they have the chance to win something. So that's an easy one. When it comes down to it, brother, is you can automate a lot of gifts, but this is where hiring for your deficiencies comes into play. Sometimes it is better to hire somebody to send more meaningful gifts, to hire what I call a past client concierge, a person that maybe you're paying this person $40,000 or $50,000 a year. But if that person helps you generate an additional 50 deals a year, then they've paid for themselves tenfold, right? And so hire for our deficiencies. Sometimes automation is good, but tailored gifts are really good. I know a real estate agent. She is only past client referral. That's all she does. She's a avid Padres fan. She hates the Dodgers, and yet she buys one of her clients every year. She buys him tickets to a Dodgers game. That client sends her so many referrals because just of her, her really taking the time to tailor the gift to them. So automated gifts are good. Personalized gifts are fantastic. So does that make sense?
Yeah, great.
Cool. So we only have a couple minutes left. I know that this ends at 11. So what I want to do is I want to do a quick Q&A and just kind of see what questions you guys have. You throw them in the chat, come off mic, just, let me know what you guys got. Go for it, Abe.
Yeah. So like I mentioned, all I've been doing for the last 2 years, I've been in solar for like 3.5, 4 years now, is just sell. If I'm looking to build a team and all that stuff, where can I get all this information? And then is there yeah, that's pretty much it. Where's all this tier 3, tier 1, all that information, where can I get it from?
Start by reading Building an Empire.
Okay,
rebuild an empire. And here's the thing, you need to, before you decide to recruit, you need to know who you want to recruit, right? Is your goal solar professionals? Is your goal installers? Is your goal real estate agents? Is it lenders? Is it home inspectors? Is it freaking whoever it may be? What is your goal for recruiting first? Who is your ideal recruit? And then once you decide that, then you decide how you move forward. Maybe your ideal recruit is building an actual team. Maybe it's signing up for Powur Pro or Powur Enterprise, adjusting splits and recruiting 50 door knockers to go work for you, right? And you're the closer and they're the knocker. You have to decide first, what is your end goal? And then once you know your end goal, you reverse that back down into daily actions. Make sense?
Yep. Thank you.
Okay. Who else got some questions? Stephen, what are Chris, Bernasa, and JC and JB doing to recruit so many people? I can answer that. Having conversations, having intentional conversations and targeting audiences. Okay. At the end of the day, the more conversations you have, the more times you win. Okay. So if you simply decide to have a lot of conversations, right, you have to scale up. So like Chris said, okay, you start by just calling, literally picking up your phone and calling people. And then once you get away from that, then you can start moving into automation. And then you move to really high level automation. And then next thing you know, you're buying marketing data and you're hitting people that way. But it all starts with just conversations, intentional conversations. As someone new to this, coming in the career from marketing, what is the best thing I can focus on to hit the ground? So Lance, good question. So first thing that you have to do, Lance, is decide how you want to run your business. Okay. This is where a lot of entrepreneurs fail, is they don't know what their primary lead generation strategy is. So the first thing that you have to do is decide what your lead generation strategy is. Now, this is not trying to promote my own freaking YouTube channel here, but I do have this on my YouTube. There's a few primary ways that you can generate business inside of solar and both real estate. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you real quick on here. Let me share my screen, that there's 7 primary ways that I have identified to generate leads inside of solar. And they're right here on my YouTube. I'm really bad at YouTube. That's why they all have the same thumbnail. Apparently you're not supposed to do that. So number 1, sphere of influence. Number 2, social media farming, social farming, internet leads, content creation, business networking, cold calling, geo farming, and then the ambassador program. So all these are ways to build your business. I'm not going to go through these right now because we don't have time. Watch the videos. But these are all ways for you to generate business. So the first thing that you need to do is decide on 3 lead generation strategies. Say number 1 is your primary source. That's where 60% of your lead generation time needs to be spent, whether that's door knocking, sphere of influence, social farming, whatever it is. Then you have 20-20. Okay. The 20% is going to come from, now this is for sales. Okay. This is for sales, not for recruiting. So you need to decide how you're going to do that. I'll post my YouTube in the chat. Thanks. And so at the end of the day, you have to decide, how am I going to generate leads? And you need to decide your schedule based on that. Okay. So watch them first. Once you decide how you want to generate leads, if I say to you, go door knocking, you're like, Zach, I don't want to door knock. Then don't go door knocking. figuring out another way to generate leads. That's one thing that I hate about real estate and solar. Oftentimes people are coached in a way that it doesn't fit their personality style. If you're not a high D personality and you're trying to go door knocking, if you're not a high I personality and you're trying to go door knocking, or I'm telling you, go have conversations at the freaking gas station, you're going to be like, this is so uncomfortable and terrible, and I don't want to do it. But if you're a really caring person and I'm telling you, go leverage a nonprofit, go work at a nonprofit to give back, and that nonprofit will give back to you and your business, you're gonna be like, oh, this is fantastic. I want to help with this. And so the first thing you have to do, A, take a DISC personality assessment, and then B, go ahead and decide how you want to generate your business based on your personality style. Hope that helps. All right. JC already answered that. What else you guys got? We got a couple more minutes left, so I can monologue more. So Chris is putting some of his recruiting sources, somebody linked by YouTube, in the comments. I appreciate you guys doing that. Thank you for being on top of the chat. If there's no other questions, all right, hold on. What is the, just Google it. Just Google DISC assessment. It'll come right up. Yeah, just Google it. DISC. Cool. That is all I have. JC, back over to you, my friend. I see you're in the car now driving, so I'll let you take back over, my friend. Thanks, man.
Amazing, as I knew it would be. Congratulations, brother, on all of your success. And thank you so much, bro, for getting on here with our team and the rest of the team and everybody else in Powur that joined us. Every Monday we have some incredible trainings, and today was one of the top trainings that we've had. So again, Zach, thank you. I was taking down some golden nuggets. And the cool thing about Powur is that Powur's going to announce, everybody's going to be able to know what everybody's hourly wage is, because they're going to announce the top 10 income earners. You know what I'm saying? And so it's exciting. It's a good time to be a part of Powur. Let's go out there and crush it. This is recorded, and this will be in the YouTube channel in the next hour or two. So I recommend anybody that you have that did not get to watch this episode, please get them to watch this episode. There was so many golden nuggets. And I'll leave you guys with this. Some of you guys, some of the information here may have gone a little bit over your head. That's the way training goes. Sometimes it doesn't make sense now, but then a training that you get 1, 2 months, 6 months later makes this training make more sense. Okay, so that's why you want to plug into every single training. You guys know that, in my 10 core commitments and 8-point system, we talk about daily personal growth. There's a reason why Zachary is so successful and so sharp and so confident. You know why? Because of his personal development. Jim Rohn says seldomly where your income exceeds your personal development. I recommend 10 pages of a good book a day or 30 minutes of a good audio per day. And there's plenty of that information out there. So make sure you guys follow Zach. Make sure you follow his YouTube channel. Make sure you follow him on Instagram, on Facebook. You want to surround yourself with winners. And guess what? It's a lot easier these days to surround yourself with winners. But at the same time, those same tools makes it easier for us to get distracted. I recommend that you use social media. Don't let it use you. So again, Zachary, thank you so much, brother. Let's have a great day, everybody. Send the recording out to all of your team. Have a good day. Let's crush it.
Thanks, JC. Have a great day, bro.
Thank you.